Hello guys, today I'll be talking about songs I dislike from bands I like. Now, I've done a video where I did the opposite of this, that of course being songs I like from bands that I dislike, but today I decided to do the opposite. Now, there are of course many songs that I could choose from, but I decided to just narrow it down to 5 songs, and this is not a top 5, and this is in no particular order, but anyways, the first song I want to talk about is Shoot Me Again by Metallica. Now, I have mentioned in the past that I've never really liked this song. If you've seen some of my Metallica videos, such as my Saint Anger review, you know that this is, in my opinion, one of their worst songs. Just from the lyrics to some of James's vocal moments throughout the song, there are too many moments in the song that just really grate my ears. And on top of that, the song is way too long. If I remember correctly, it's a little over 7 minutes long. And and this song is not the only song on Saint Anger that has that song length problem or issue, but this song is really one of the songs on the album that really stands out to me as being really bad. But next we got Robot Boy by Linkin Park. Now this is from A Thousand Suns. Even to this day, I still find the song to be pretty boring. It feels like it's just going from one ear and out the other. I mean, sure, it's maybe a song that just helps build the atmosphere of what the theme is of that album, but I've always found this song to be really boring. Even years later, if I return to it, I just can never get into this song. Now, it's not like god awful or unlistenable, but it is a song that I definitely do dislike because the song just does not leave much of a lasting impact, and the song doesn't do enough to keep me engaged in what I'm listening to. And again, all around a pretty boring song, which is unfortunate because boring and Linkin Park should never be in the same sentence, but here we are with this song. But next we have What We Do by Queensryche. Now, there are many songs that I could choose from: Dedicated to Chaos, and that's not the only bad album they got. They also got Frequency Unknown and Operation Mindcrime 2, just to name a couple others, but Dedicated to Chaos is definitely easily their worst. I mean, there are some pretty underwhelming moments in that album, both lyrically and also with songwriting too. But this is easily one of the worst songs on the album. When you listen to it, it just does not feel like Queensryche. It almost sounds like a completely different band, and it sounds like they're maybe trying to do something a bit different, but ultimately at the end of the day, it just did not work. It doesn't leave a lasting impression, or at least a good lasting impression, and the musical choices here just did not work. It just does not work for Queensryche, and on top of that, Jeff Tate's vocal performance in this song is just not that great. Definitely on the weaker side, I'd say. But next we have Back to You by All That Remains. This is one of their, I guess, country songs. This is, of course, from their album Madness. Easily one of their worst albums. This was during their period where they were going for that more mainstream rock sound. And this is definitely one of the worst songs from that period, in my opinion. Now, there are, of course, other songs you can name, too, from this period that are some of the worst in their catalog. But this song is just, I don't know. It's also a little bit boring, but also the countryness, I guess, is maybe the best way to put it. I don't know, but the countryness of the song just does not work with me. It just isn't All That Remains. They're trying to do something different. They're trying to experiment, and it just doesn't work, especially with this song. But finally, the last song on here, we got How Many Say I by Van Halen. Now, this is, of course, the album closer to Van Halen 3, and Eddie is on lead vocals. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Eddie Van Halen. I think he's definitely one of the greatest guitar players of all time. Of course, rest in peace. I mean, I remember when he died, I remember for the next few weeks, I was definitely listening to Van Halen a lot. Maybe probably longer than that, to be honest. And I even went to the point of reviewing all their albums on my channel. And of course, if you haven't seen those Van Halen reviews, definitely check them out after this video. But I think this is easily one of their worst songs. I mean, Eddie's vocal performance here just feels very uninspired and just very tiresome and dull to me. Even the musical arrangements, musical choices, they just do not do enough to keep me engaged in what I'm hearing. And overall, pretty underwhelming / just kind of a dreadful way to close off an album. A terrible album, I might add. But yeah, this is definitely one of the biggest black marks on that album, I'd say. And yeah, How Many Say I by Van Halen is my last song for this list. But anyways, let me know some songs that you dislike from bands that you enjoy. Or do you agree with these songs and all that good stuff? But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a comment and like, subscribe. Have a nice day and take care.